Two individuals sit at their computers on the exact same morning and hit buy on the exact same company. Fast forward 20 years. The first person sits on a comfortably compounded fortune. The second lost their entire initial stake within 6 months and never returned to the market. If they held identical shares of the exact same business, something else dictated their survival. The difference lies entirely in how they approached the purchase. One engaged in a calculated investment operation. The other was merely speculating. The man who formalized the boundary between those two actions was Benjamin Graham, the author of The Intelligent Investor and the originator of value investing. His frameworks have guided generations of allocators, most notably his famous student, Warren Buffett, who built his holding company around Graham's core tenets. Graham didn't develop his theories during a long, comfortable bull market. He formulated them in the aftermath of the 1929 crash and the Great Depression, a period that wiped out an entire generation of wealth. To survive that level of destruction, he needed strict rules. In the very first chapter of his book, Graham sets down a permanent definition of what an investment actually is. Graham demands that a buyer view a stock not as a blinking digital ticker symbol, but as a fractional ownership stake in a real operating business. That requires exhaustive research. They must comb the balance sheet, assess the debt, and understand how it generates cash. The absolute priority is the protection of the principal. The math must show a margin of safety wide enough that the initial money remains secure. Only after securing this base does Graham expect an adequate return over time, deliberately rejecting overnight windfalls. This is a truly deliberate, business-like process. It relies on observable facts and mathematical safety to generate wealth, rather than hoping for a lucky break. Modern trading platforms encourage the exact opposite approach. Users make rapid-fire decisions based on social media momentum, anonymous messaging boards, and sheer fear of missing out. Buying a security solely because its price went up yesterday, without any regard for the underlying business, is the definition of speculation. This approach relies entirely on the greater fool theory. It assumes someone else will arrive tomorrow, feeling even more optimistic, ready to pay an even higher price for the exact same asset. Graham is explicit about the danger here. Speculating while believing you are investing leads directly to mass financial destruction. A speculator strips away all analytical armor. Their capital is left entirely exposed to the unpredictable mood swings of strangers. Yet highly educated, intelligent individuals consistently fall into this trap. The mechanics of the market prey directly on human greed and the primal comfort of moving with a herd. When prices rise steadily month after month, caution feels like a mistake. Overconfidence sets in, creating a pervasive illusion that extracting money from the market is easy. But when the inevitable correction arrives, that same herd mentality triggers sheer panic. The crowd that bought together will violently rush for the exits together. Graham's strict definitions of investing act as behavioral guardrails. They force a level of discipline that protects us from our own destructive psychological impulses. To apply Graham's framework today, start by evaluating the actual business. Read the financial statements and completely ignore the daily fluctuations of the stock price. Second, make capital preservation your highest priority. Demand a margin of safety large enough to absorb bad luck and economic downturns. Finally, turn off the noise. Isolate your decision-making entirely from the euphoria and panic of the gambling crowd. By anchoring your choices in facts rather than feelings, you build a financial fortress capable of withstanding both external market crashes and internal temptations. The Intelligent Investor does not offer a secret formula for quick riches or overnight success. It is a survival manual. It outlines exactly how to avoid catastrophic, irreversible mistakes before you put a single dollar at risk. Once you secure your principal against the chaos of the crowd, you must then defend it against a much quieter threat, the erosion of purchasing power. We cover that in Chapter 2. True wealth accumulates over a lifetime. It is achieved not by chasing the highest highs, but by ensuring you never suffer the lowest lows.